Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode, and we got a lot to discuss. Things are heating up between Criminal B and Nickiminaj because Kenny and his crew and Off the Cheat are going back and forth. Now, allegedly, Off the Cheat felt threatened by Kenny and his crew. Cardi B's stylist Colin Carter tweeted, "To be clear, a group of men sent a threat towards Off the Cheat and Criminal B for him to simply DM him afterwards, talking about Kenny's friend or associate, doesn't make him the aggressor in any way. Things like these are handled quietly, trust me. Imagine sending your man into a female's business, allowing disrespect, coward, and peace sign." Well, actually, Cardi B could imagine because Cardi B sent men to throw bottles at two women who were allegedly sleeping with Off the Cheat because she was upset. Then she took a plea deal and did 2 weeks of community service. So Cardi B is the definition of sending men after women. Okay, Colin, you could pretend like you don't understand that. And I want people to send him my video. He is covering up for his criminal ass boss that he works for, who has sent men to beat up women. So he needs to keep his bap shut. Things allegedly escalated after the Video Music Awards because Off the Cheat felt threatened by Kenny and he DM'd Kenny's associate. Now, the DM was, "You N-words is coochie speaking on female business and talking crazy, broke, and you don't got no money for war." So that's what Off the Cheat said to Kenny's associate. Okay, now word got back to Kenny, and this is how he responded.
DM cuckoo. He off the set.
That whole gang could suck.
He off the set. Don't make us put you off the set, nigga.
What you talking about? Up north, I had you scared, boy.
Niggas off the
Up north,
set.
I had you scared, boy. A lot of y'all niggas. A lot of y'all niggas, man. Up top, y'all wasn't
Y'all
like
niggas
that,
checking in?
man.
At all.
Keep believing in these niggas.
Legendary.
Keep believing in these pussy.
Niggas.
Man.
Wow.
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 Let's go, man.
Niggas
go,
been
man.
right here for man long, though.
Man.
They say we dumb. We all dumb.
Now, I didn't talk too much about this in my earlier video because I really was on Doja Cat's head. But I don't think Nicki should have had Kenny at the Video Music Awards. Okay? He's not professional security. I understand he's your husband. You would like him to support you. But sometimes I feel like Kenny adds fuel to the fire. Okay? Because, he was backstage, sending threats, in this video. So that's when he said at the Video Music Awards that he was waiting for N-words to act stupid, okay? And I understand Star Brim was there. She was waiting on Raleigh because I think she thought Nickiminaj was going to bring Raleigh. So that's why Cardi B has sent her scammer and jailbird of a friend. But I feel like when it comes to Kenny, even though Nicki might feel like he's protecting her, I don't really feel like he protects her all the way. I feel like he adds fuel to the fire and he helps Nicki get dragged even more. I think he can protect Nicki without making videos. Like, to me, I don't even think it would have been a problem of him being there with his quote-unquote friends or crew if he didn't post that video at the Video Music Awards. He could have just sat there and protected Nicki, make sure nobody got close to her, and went about, his day. But, making videos saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for N-words to act stupid," that was just unnecessary in my opinion. Okay? Because I feel like, how can you help protect somebody, but then help them get dragged? Like, if anything happens to Off the Cheat or Cardi B, Kenny's going to jail. Nicki's going to have to pay for his lawyer. How is that protecting Nicki Minaj? How? How is Nicki going to court in 2021 for like basically the whole year protecting Nicki Minaj? That's my whole thing. I'm like, you can protect her, but why you gotta make videos? So are you really protecting Nicki Minaj? That's my whole thing. Like, I feel like you can protect her, but behind the scenes. You don't necessarily need to make videos. Kenny was usually very quiet. I'm actually very shocked that he's making these type of videos. Because I'm like, Kenny is usually very, very quiet into himself. So to me, that is just very odd that he's letting Off the Cheat and Criminal B use him. Now, some people are saying that Off the Cheat sent the DM to use Kenny and Nicki Minaj for his rollout album, which is going to flop. But this is why I think Nicki and Kenny should be ignoring Off the Cheat and Cardi B. Let them flop on their own. You don't need to attach Nicki to Cardi B. And he's doing that by mentioning Off the Cheat, okay? So I feel like Nicki needs to have a conversation with her husband and tell him to pipe down. Because if anything happens to Off the Cheat, he gonna get blamed. And then she's gonna have to pay for his lawyer fees. And then on top of that, you know, he could possibly go to jail. Okay? So I think that Nicki gotta understand the bigger picture. We should be focusing on Pink Friday too. I want to have a stress-free, easy breezy rollout. And it feels like every time when Nicki Minaj rolls out music, is always some drama. That's how it comes off as. It feels like it's always a distraction or some drama. And I feel like Nicki really should be focusing on the lead. Because to be quite honest, Nicki's album is supposed to be coming out November 17th. And we still don't know what the lead is. I don't know what the lead is. Some people are saying Super Freaky Girl. Some people are saying Rev Rub with the Sleeves. I'm like, we need a consistent, rollout for a banging single. Okay? To me, Rev Rub with the Sleeves wasn't the lead, and Super Freaky Girl came out last year. She needs a lead to hype up the album. The Barbs are excited about the album, but I don't feel like the general public is as excited. I feel like Nicki needs to focus on doing a proper rollout for the next single. A proper rollout means a video comes out the same day as the song. Radio, same day. Playlisting, same day. Interviews. Okay? Not just the song comes out and then you go on Queen Radio. That's not a proper rollout for me. And so I feel like, Nicki, we got to focus on Pink Friday too. I feel like the focus is not fully there, in my opinion. Okay? Because Pink Friday 2 got to do numbers. It has to. It has to do numbers. If it don't, people are going to drag Nicki Minaj. Okay? And Doja Cat's already bragging about her stats. And I'm so sick and tired of Demon Doja bragging about her stats, saying how she's number one and how, the girls could be next, but they can't be in front of her. She just bragging about her numbers subliminally in her records because she knows that she got that payola push. And so Nicki, she needs that payola push from Republic. She got it with Barbie World, but she needs it from Republic. They're not giving her that push. So, I want Nicki to focus more on, the rollout. And the Video Music Awards, that was an amazing look for, Nicki Minaj. Her performance was good. She didn't need dancers. The vocals were there. She previewed her new single, which has been creating a lot of buzz. But, like I said, we need a proper rollout. Putting it on YouTube ain't a proper rollout. Putting it on TikTok ain't a proper rollout. We need a music video. We need radio play. You need playlisting. That's how songs nowadays last long on the charts. They can't just last long by putting it on YouTube and streaming platforms. Because Payola Board changed the rules. So you got to have that payola push. That's why Champagne Thickums and SZA are going top 5 after a day on the payola boards, because they got that payola push. So that's what I want from Nicki. I want Nicki to focus less on the drama, tell Kenny to be quiet, and we got to focus on Pink Friday too, because I feel like too much is getting distracted from the music. Like, we not focusing on the music no more. It's always about, Cardi B and some sort of drama. They got to be pushed back to Pink Friday too, okay? That's how I kind of feel about it. I feel like this is a bunch of distractions. And also, I love Red Ruby the Sleeves. Red Ruby the Sleeves was basically one of my favorite rap songs of the year. Okay? I don't think no female rapper, I don't care what Doja Badu said, I don't care what went number one. That was the song for me when it comes to rap, period. Between men and female, okay? FU Mean is number 2. But I will say I want more fun music when it comes to Nicki Minaj. I'm tired of when the shooters come out, when the queen pop out, the shooters come out. I don't want to hear that all the time. Okay? Like, I want Nicki to have fun, and it feel like every time she drop a single, she talking about the shooters coming out and busting shots. And of course, it's entertaining and it's good entertainment. It's something to talk about. But I also feel like, when are we just going to have fun again and just dance and, just talk about the music instead of the subliminals? I want more fun music from Nicki. Shooters coming out, every song, it's like, I like, gangsta Nicki. I just want fun music sometimes. I wish she would push a fun record, okay, where people can kind of just dance and it's not anything too serious. I want something catchy. Like Red Ruby the Sleeves, the chorus is catchy, but she throwing shots in the song. So that's why a lot of people did not really mess with the song, even though to me, that song was a hit. If she had more radio play, that could have been really a big record. Probably could have went top 10 if she had more radio play. Now, moving on to Cardi B. Did Cardi B get sabotaged by Partisan Fontaine? As we discussed in my previous video on the Ash Miracle Show, link will be in description. Her new single, Bozos, featuring Megan Thee Stallion, is not going to be top 10. She briefly talked about how she felt like she was going through a hate train.
You did that freestyle years ago in the kitchen because BG keep DMing me and pressing me real hard. They said they want another kitchen freestyle.
Ashley Miracle.
Shout out to Trill.
I don't know, honey. I'm on a hate train era.
Now, to me, I feel like Partisan Fontaine, he didn't give his best bars on Bozos. Like, the song is not catchy. It's not a grower. I don't care what Cardi B says. Talking about, it's going to grow on y'all. It's going to grow on y'all. That is not true, but she keeps pushing that narrative.
Y'all gonna love this song. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Let me tell you something. This, I know that this is a different sound for y'all. This is really Brazilian funk mixed with dembow. And y'all gonna learn to love it. I gotta work with something different. I cannot be rapping about shooting all the motherfucking time and spanking all the time. I gotta do a little something fun for the international. Y'all remember when Drake did that album and y'all was talking shit and then y'all loved it. Y'all don't give shit a chance. You ain't gonna, you're not gonna get it the first time. You're not gonna get it. But you gonna see. Play that motherfucking song.
Now, to me, Partisan Fontaine, he did not give his all when it came to this record. I think he purposely sabotaged this song because Megan Thee Stallion is on the record, and he's not messing with Megan Thee Stallion. He's dating another female rapper, Jada Kingdom, who allegedly has been dissing Meg subliminally. We're gonna get into that. But with that being said, the bars were terrible in this record. Megan's verse was okay. She went harder on Cardi B, but she usually does. I mean, she can eat Cardi B up in any record, but the song still is not catchy. It doesn't flow too well. The shots, they didn't really land. She said her baby daddy is Amigo and Nicki Minaj's baby daddy is a zero. That's what she said in Bozos, but didn't Off the Cheek get kicked out of the Migos group? So how is he Amigo? And he sells zero when it comes to records. He's a big flop. So wouldn't Off the Cheek be a zero? Because he is one of the least talented members of the group. And then on top of that, all of his music, his solo music has flopped. He don't got one solo hit. So I'm very confused as to why she was getting all big and bad. But then I remember that Cardi B is delusional. Now, speaking of Megan, everybody knows that Partisan Fontaine is dating this rapper. Her name is Jada Kingdom. Fans have exposed Jada Kingdom. Allegedly, I don't know if this is recent, but she had put under somebody's post supporting the Free Tory movement. You know, a person was talking about Free Tory, and she posted 100 with exclamation marks, okay? And fans are calling Jada Kingdom a bird and saying that she supports abuse. But Megan Thee Stallion also supports abuse too. No shade. We gotta talk about how she was messing with Trey Songz after plenty of women came out and said that Trey Songz, you know, essayed them, you know, sexually harassed them. Keke Palmer talked about it openly in several interviews before Megan Thee Stallion even had a name. And she didn't say anything. She didn't care. Then we also got to talk about how she was smashing the baby. Okay, let's be very clear. That was revealed. The baby threw her under the bus. And also, you know, making music with the baby while he was kicking fans, abusing his girlfriends. You know, he's a serial cheater. He's obnoxious. And she did not care. So to me, I feel like Megan lives in like a double standard, you know, La La Land. You know, when somebody does something to her, is like world news. But when somebody do something to other, you know, women in the industry, she don't really care. Okay, and I've never heard her stick up for any woman other than herself. So I feel like, you know, technically she can't be upset about this, and neither can the thotties. Next thing we got to talk about is, will SZA get blackballed from the Video Music Awards? So SZA's manager pulled her from her Video Music Awards performance because she was not nominated for Artist of the Year. Her manager felt like it was disrespectful, and it didn't make sense because SZA had a very successful year with the album SOS, which is one of my favorite albums this year. Okay, even though it came out last year. You know, she had Kill Bill, that went #1. That was a big hit. She had Snooze, Seek and Destroy. She had a lot of different, you know, songs on there that had made a buzz. And so, you know, her manager openly speaking out against the Video Music Awards would put a bad stain in a lot of the execs' mouths, okay? Because when you start speaking out, it can make, you know, executives feel some type of way. But to me, even if she was nominated, and there's no shade to SZA, she probably would have lost to the Chart Obsessed races anyway. The Artist of the Year went to the Chart Obsessed races. So she would have lost anyway. If I was an artist and I was in the same category as the Chart Obsessed races, I wouldn't even attend. They're going to give it to her no matter what. Okay? Even Queen Bee loses to the Chart Obsessed races. You're not going to beat the white golden girl in the industry, okay? No matter what the Chart Obsessed racist does, you know, she can sleep with men and date racist men that called Ice Spice a chunky Chinese lady, and people will forget about that, okay? Or how the fact that, you know, she done slept with half the industry. No shade. I mean, she has a new boyfriend every month. Now she's dating Travis Kelce. You know, nobody wants to talk about it, but people were quick to call Rihanna a hoe, which she was. But we got to call the Chart Obsessed racist one too. No shade. So to me, it doesn't matter what the Chart Obsessed racist does. She's going to get away with everything. It made sense for SZA to sit out, but also, I'm wondering if this is going to put a bad taste in the Video Music Awards execs' mouths, because when you start speaking out like that, they sometimes get upset. Moving on to Halle Berry. She called Champagne Thickums out because he did not get her permission to use her photo for his new single, Slime You Out, featuring SZA. She said, didn't get my permission. That's not cool. I thought better of him. When people you admire disappoint you, you have to be the bigger person and move on. The only reason why she's saying she got to be the bigger person is because of the connection Champagne Thickums and Doja Cat got. I ain't gonna say it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why she won't go after him. Other than that, Halle Berry would probably be taking him to court. Just like Anna Wintour and Vogue did. Okay, Vogue sued Champagne Thickums earlier this year or last year because he had a fake Vogue cover for his album he did with 21 Average, and he did not get Vogue or Anna Wintour's permission. Okay, so she took his ass to court. But Anna got the same connection as Doja and Champagne Thickums. Okay, y'all putting 2 to 2 together, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, but I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next podcast episode, and have a great day.